Welcome, everyone, to the PLE Patrol Clash in Italy. What is there more to say? We're here. Logan is maybe.
I'm here. I promise. I'm here. I promise. I just I got caught up in a bit of a family barbecue. I was a couple minutes behind schedule, so bear with me. I promise I'm here.
How are you guys?
Doing very well. We are here, of course, at our own personal studios as the WWE makes its way into Turin, Italy, the home of this past Winter Olympics.
I'm just ready for the clash tonight, and there's going to be a clash for sure.
Oh, yes.
What matches are you guys looking forward to seeing?
Other than Cody and Gunther, I got to say Brock and Oba.
I've got to go Tribal Combat. Of course, Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu. And I'm really, really interested in Becky Lynch and Sol Ruca here tonight.
I was going to say, honestly, the fact that this card is, as I would say, as naturally stacked as a card could be for a what they would consider a B tier pay-per-view, I'm honestly just jacked. To go back to Brock versus Oba too, I mean, this is what you want to see. You want to see these heavyweights go back at it again, because you knew that at the end of the WrestleMania match that something wasn't quite right in terms of the way Brock did it. So you knew something was going to come back, and you're going to hopefully love to see the sequel.
So as far as Brock and Oba go, do we go to Brock winning this one and we get that trilogy at SummerSlam where Brock officially retires?
I don't think Oba retires Lesnar, so no.
No, I'm still sticking with Gunther's going to be the one who retires Lesnar.
I have a feeling we're going to go into two ways here. I think Oba is either going to win this, and it is just a straight up, let's put Oba over as much as we possibly can, or we see Lesnar win, and maybe we get this, say, at a main event in Madison Square Garden. Maybe we get it in Saudi Arabia with Night of Champions. But no, I don't think they go and wait till SummerSlam for this. They waited, 90 days for this rematch? Or around there?
Something like that, yeah.
So I can't see it going, another couple months for SummerSlam. But, I mean, at this point in the stage, does Brock Lesnar need the wins? No. I think you do only Oba a disservice with a loss here. So I do have Oba winning. In fact, maybe we see Paul Heyman just quit on Lesnar or something like that. That would be a bigger story. And then now all of a sudden Seth Rollins has somebody else that he didn't think could help him against the Vision. I don't know.
I almost wonder if you could also pull the trigger on this leading to Braun Breaker versus Oba at SummerSlam instead of Brock. Like, if you guys are trying to lean away from that idea, go ahead and
Braun Breaker versus Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason why you can't have that in Minneapolis either. In my opinion, there's no reason why.
Yeah.
So we have Gunther and Cody Rhodes opening the show, to nobody's surprise. This was already announced.
Yeah.
And Gunther looks like he's throwing it back to the old Imperium days with the jacket.
Yeah.
I hope they sell those on the shop.
Oh man, could you imagine how much those are going to cost too? Jeez.
Probably.
I mean, I love it.
$70.
I mean, if you look at the one that Cody has, his is like worth $650 in person. I was so close to buying it. I'm not even joking with you. I almost bought it. just to say, screw it, I have it.
Like his robe is that much?
Yeah, the robe that they have, like the replicas are.
Oh yeah. Well, I know Charlotte has gone on record saying like her robes cost over like the couple grand mark just to make.
Yeah. Am I having a moment?
Yes,
Clash
you
in,
are.
No, you're.
Clash in Italy. Is that
Yep.
on Netflix?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Surprised not the first thing that popped up when I opened up Netflix. That's weird.
You might want to change those filters, but there is a WWE section, and if you just hit that, it goes right into
There
it.
we go.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
We do want to know the filters that Logan Thompson's checking out on Netflix.
Sometimes Netflix gets that dirty shit, you know? Where did my hat go? Losing everything today.
You lost it all a long time ago, Logan.
Oh, definitely.
It's probably by your pants.
Yep.
I mean,
Hey, these are shorts. Oh,
It's okay. I'm wearing Iron Paradise shorts from The Rock. With the John Cena t-shirt underneath.
nice. I decided to go a little Montreal today. I kind of missing Montreal lately.
by the way, this crowd is hyped for this show.
Oh,
they were
yeah.
going insane even during the pre-show.
Well, and this is the one thing that everyone has, and I don't know why American fans are so hard on it. Like, they don't like the fact that these European fans can put up such a better crowd than they can.
It's because they haven't. Well, let's just
Well, there's tons of
maybe
reasons.
it's just
Like,
competitiveness.
Because
I'll say that.
The American fans know they're getting these shows twice a year.
yeah.
European crowds are getting these once a year.
hmm
So, yeah. I've been to events and I've had somebody say to me, you know what? When I'm at the shows live, I cheer for everybody.
hmm
I'm not booing and cheering.
No,
When I'm at home, I can boo and cheer.
absolutely. Yep. Like, what's crazy to me is, so like when we were in Montreal, weirdly enough, you could hear it in every single entrance. It was a pop. It doesn't matter who it was. It was Roman Reigns against Sami Zayn in the main event at that Elimination Chamber. And while there were people booing Roman Reigns, not a single person was silent.
Yeah.
And like I don't think I've ever heard a louder crowd. That Montreal crowd was insane. And
Right.
I know they're going to say that it's not international fans because, you know, it is Canadian and it's not that far off from American, but to us, we're still international fans.
Yeah.
They
So to
call
me,
us
that's-
international fans.
For sure. There are some fans that like to kind of throw us in because we're Canadian and we're on that border. It's like, nah. Because when you come over to Canada, like I've got videos of Money in the Bank in Toronto. I've got videos of Elimination Chamber in Montreal, and there's no quiet. There's not a single.
Yeah.
You can't
Oh,
hear someone, you know, sitting down. You can't hear a pin drop. There's nothing you can hear but just pure noise.
Yeah. I will never forget Unforgiven in 2006 when John Cena came out to fight Edge in the TLC match. The boos for John Cena they do not compare to how it was live versus how it came across on the pay-per-view.
You were at that
was
pay-per-view?
deafening. I was at that show.
I have that on DVD. That's so sick. That was one of my first DVDs that I ever bought myself. Was that?
Yeah. And the cheers for DX that night.
Oh,
You could tell on the pay-per-view feed that they had to turn the crowd down because of how loud it was.
oh yeah.
I couldn't hear my brother, and he was like inches away from me, trying to talk to me.
Yeah.
Hey man, I think I showed that post the other day. It's like The Rock and Stone Cold at WrestleMania 17 just got another 5-star standing ovation from me in my living room. It's like that happens literally every time I watch that DVD. Watching like the DX and the McMahons, that just brings me back to being a kid. I remember watching that pay-per-view live and just be like, yeah, man. Like being at the time 9 years old when that pay-per-view happened, and seeing a guy get his head shoved up a certain orifice of another person. You know what? We don't care. That guy's the boss. He made millions of dollars from this. He's fine. He's okay.
But man, Cody looks hyped for this match.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah, he's ready.
Who do we have coming out of this match? Prediction time.
Gunther. I think Sami Zayn is costing Cody the title.
I'm gonna agree. I think it's Gunther, and then we're gonna spin off to Cody and Sammy. Either way, though, I think we're still spinning off to Cody and Sammy.
I mean, as everybody's already picking Gunther to kind of win this, I'll play devil's advocate on this one. I'll take Cody, and just for the simple reason of, is it Gunther's time? Is it Gunther's time? Is it Gunther's moment? Can he live up to just retiring somebody, or is he somebody that can beat the guy who's in his prime, not the guy who's on the way out?
Right.
Well,
that's I think this match should be.
He's been a two-time world champion. He's
for sure,
guys. Like,
but
I think it was his time when he held the Intercontinental title for 666 days.
Yeah,
for sure.
It was his time.
I say
main evented multiple PLEs. Like, I think it's always been that time. I think Gunther is a main event guy.
Oh, for sure. It just so like to me, there's
you just need to put the title on him and run with him. That's the only failure you're doing to Gunther right now is you're not committing to him the way you've committed to Cody.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna take Gunther for that exact reason. Doesn't even need to be Sammy. I want to get Gunther back into the world title and away from that career killer. I think
that's kind of my
totem.
Well, they're not getting away from that. They're still calling him the career killer. So,
I've seen that on his Titantron, but they need to get away from that because he really hasn't done anything, and his career seems stagnant and has plateaued.
Is it just me, or is this also being shot in a different way? I'm just kind of noticing it.
Well, I mean, the setup,
the hard cam looks more like a. Like, not in a bad way. It's shot better in a good way. It almost feels more intimate. I don't know why. The camera feels like it's cut. It's hitting different right now. I don't know.
I see where you're coming from.
Just a little bit. It looks like it doesn't look like a typical Raw or a SmackDown hard cam. You know what I mean?
That's because I think the setup.
Parrish, you look like you had something to say.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying the setup of the camera is probably different from how they normally set up from other spots. The configuration of this arena might be different. The ability to have the more people in the seats is probably affecting it.
If this makes any sense,
I think they do have to make those adaptations.
If this makes any sense, I wonder if it's being shot kind of like AAA. Is it just me? Like the camera work being shot a AAA-esque.
Allow me, as the production guy, to tell you guys what's going on. Over in Europe, they shoot things on a different format compared to what we have here. So they're shooting with the same kind of cameras we have here, but they shoot in a different format over there. So it looks different to us over here.
But WWE uses their stuff everywhere they go.
But they still have different format shooting over there. Doesn't matter if you bring our cameras over there, it's still a different way of shooting.
WWE has used their formation from the States in European spots before. The configuration of the I guarantee it's the configuration of the stadium that is changing.
Yes, that's what I was wondering.
But what I mean by format is the output, the video output coming from the cameras, regardless of whether or not you bring your gear from the States or not, it's going to be different in Europe.
Like everyone looks a little more orange in the light too.
Yeah.
Like Cody would usually look a little more pasty. He's looking a little Trumpian in the orange lighting at the moment. Gunther looks a little more tan too.
Not Trump.
I don't know why, because again, he's just wearing the red, white, and blue. He's just wearing red, white, and blue on him too. So that's just kind of where my mind went.
Well, he was the American Nightmare before Trump was a president. So,
yep.
I'm getting him with the crossroads.
But also too, like Gunther and Cody Rhodes faced off before as Cody won King of the Ring, right?
Crown Jewel.
Crown Jewel.
I'm getting there. I know it's the morning, but let's choose the interruption stuff. I don't even have alcohol yet.
And don't worry, Parrish. I was going to let you speak.
Sure you were.
I didn't interrupt like you two.
Weirdly enough, the only reason why I jumped next, I was like, "Oh, he did say it," and I was like, "Oh yeah, that." I was gonna let it go until the end, but then I was like, "Ah, fuck it, I'll throw my name in there."
But yes, that was their one and only meeting before. And on that night, after that night, Gunther actually put Cody over, saying yes, he was the better man that night.
Well, this is actually the third time they've got one-on-one, just second time in a one-on-one match. As the first time they went one-on-one is when they were finalists in the 2023 Royal Rumble, as that actually went about 15 minutes.
True.
But where I was going to go is, as you said, Cody Rhodes won that initial matchup. This could be one of those situations where they could slow burn the Cody Rhodes Gunther series, because with a win by Gunther, we're now at 1-1.
Yep.
Between these two. But I do think WWE needs to look at the landscape and understand that just because you're against Cody Rhodes doesn't make you a star. You have to have the title at some point to validate that. And if they don't believe that, then really look how being a world champion has affected the perception of Damian Priest. We still talk about Finn Balor being the first Universal Champion.
Yep.
If he didn't have that, we'll be talking about him in a different way. Jey Uso has more credibility now from a former champion. So Gunther, I think, needs to be established more like an Oba Femi and less a Dolph Ziggler, because he has been so dominant in one-on-one matches on television. In fact, I'm sure he's undefeated in televised one-on-one matches. That has to translate more to PLEs.
Yeah, because I mean, it does make sense that, again, the guy just goes absolutely ballistic when he's on television regularly, and then at pay-per-views, when, you know, sometimes the biggest matches come up and he's always against that underdog, he seems to get bested. But then he does have this dominant 2-3 year run, whether it is as Intercontinental Champion or World Champion, or even as now the career killer, you know, retiring 3 different legends in a year. The guy's still able to do, you know, long stretches of some kind of dominance while still losing some credibility to smaller guys. So I think, like, when you say, like, try to build him up and be more like an Oba Femi, it's a very interesting position to be in. And I'd be interested to see how well he can do it, because so far so good. But just to kind of see if that transition can be done would be interesting to see.
Yeah, the one thing I've kind of noticed
versus... Go ahead.
I was going to say the one thing I've kind of noticed with Cody, and even with Roman Reigns on the other side, is we have them as the top 2 baby faces right now as the world and WWE champion. But I feel like we need top heels on the flip side. Like, I feel like there's nothing on the opposite end of Cody, and I feel like that's where we can with what you said there, Parrish, where we can go with Gunther, where we can give him that dominant run, put the world title on him, and make him the top heel, so that we have something to coincide with Cody Rhodes, because we had that in the Attitude Era with Austin, Rock and Triple H. Had that in the 80s with Hogan and Bobby Heenan, I always say. But I feel like we don't have that right now.
Well, I do think the long-term play and the right play for Cody is to move into the heel, but I'm also looking long-term in the sense of eventually you're going to have a Oba Femi versus Gunther match. And how much bigger would that be if it was, say, next year's Night of Champions or the Crown Jewel thing when they're both world champions, and how much bigger that makes that feel.
Right. Well, that's what I wanted actually coming out of WrestleMania before they made the switch of Gunther to SmackDown was a Gunther versus Oba, so that Oba could actually work with a bigger individual, because we are so used to seeing Oba work with these smaller individuals as opposed to a Brock Lesnar or a Gunther.
Yeah.
And I thought that that would have been a better service to Oba Femi.
Well, and that's why when Bronson Reed does come back, they do have to look at how they're using him. Braun Breaker right now is, in my eyes, your closest to a Lesnar in terms of size, because Lesnar is not a tall man, whereas, you know, Gunther and Oba are, I think, a little taller than Lesnar.
Yeah.
And they also are quite large. So by that stature, they are larger. But yeah, like they don't have a lot of big men that are established in the main event scene.
Yeah.
I mean, you can look at like an Otis, but he's not in your main event scene.
No.
So
Like, and on that same kind of note, like they're not established yet. But can we just take a minute and like, holy cow! I don't know why I'm just realizing this. Holy, but like the amount of big guys that WWE has at their disposal now. Like back in the 80s and 90s, they were known as the land of the giants, right?
Yeah.
But look at now. Like he's not signed currently, but you have a guy like Braun Strowman who still technically works for TKO because he still does that WWE food series where he's running around the country eating food and stuff. They can pull him back at any time, and that guy is super athletic and massive as hell. Gunther's a big guy. Bronson Reed's huge. Braun Breaker, Powerhouse Hobbs, Brock Lesnar, Oba Femi, and the list goes on and on and on. Like, and I mean, even looking at NXT,
you can even go
these Dark State guys. These guys are huge.
Well,
they also have Royce
I was
Keys.
going to go down to
Royce Keys. Like, man, nuts.
I was going to go down to NXT and say Keanu Carver. He's bigger than everybody down there.
Like the guy has muscles in places that most people don't even have places. Like I'm going to quote Jerry Lawler on that one, but holy cow!
Put a Jasper Troy in there as well from NXT.
And like for example, like, he's not as big, but like Josh Briggs, he was a little bit out of shape, but he lost a little bit of weight, got in a bit better shape. Damn.
Cody Rhodes just retained the championship, guys.
Wow. Did he? Look at the arm of Gunther. It was under the bottom rope.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, was it? Oh, he's signaling to the ref. I didn't see that.
Yep.
He's trying to tell the ref his hand was underneath the rope. I'm kind of looking for Sami Zayn to come down and tell the ref that or something.
Are we going to go to...
I'm not gonna lie, that was a really lackluster finish.
Mm-hmm.
Unless we have a change.
It's I think it's to sell the Gunther not being seen.
This if that's the case, then we have to have a rematch between these two.
Yeah. So this might be your SummerSlam Night 2 main event, or are we talking?
I wouldn't say. Probably.
I would say
we have a lot of shows before then.
For sure. I just like, do you like, want to keep Gunther away and have him in the chase and have him go after Adam Pearce for the title and plead his case there, and then all of a sudden start destroying more people and building those little feuds along the way, and hopefully bringing up some other stars.
So Nick Aldis.
Yeah, sorry.
But no,
the referee's talking to him.
Yeah, like I think they need to rectify this now. Like, I think we got to do something now. They can't do these finishes because they've been associated with this too much.
He had his foot
under the narrative now.
He had his foot under the rope first, and then his arm.
Yeah. And then Cody Rhodes has to be an aware champion of saying, "Hey, I don't want to win the title this way. I don't want to retain the title this way."
Right.
Because right now, you got a champion that didn't actually beat his opponent. He's holding the title based on a referee error. So now you're insulting a referee's judgment. You're now insulting the credibility and the honor of the champion. And you're making the villain look more heroic.
As we have LA Knight in the crowd.
I'm sorry, that was a stupid finish for an opening match.
It was.
Yep.
That was garbage.
Lackluster. You're not gonna, if they're not gonna rectify it there and then they're gonna talk about it on SmackDown too. right?
Or
So
it could be tonight.
I mean, they may answer to it in a backstage segment tonight. I have no idea, but like what? Like we're gonna sit here and allow for it in the moment, not to rectify it, but then we're gonna talk about it on SmackDown a week later and let it simmer that long?
Yeah.
Well, I'll ask this: why does Nick Aldis need to care too much about making a singles match on SmackDown, but the credibility of his world title matches, he's not out there assessing the situation in live time?
Right.
Like I remember in the 90s when Gorilla Monsoon was the president, anytime he saw something that was off, he went out there right away to correct it and like would be like, no, this match has to continue because that happened.
That was the biggest finish of the 90s.
Yeah.
Literally.
He also used to have at times another ref would come down and signal saying, hey, watch the replay. And you'd get the match restarted that way. Or if you wound up in a double ref spot, okay, the match is starting again.
The ref got hit, then the ref makes a call, another ref comes down, watch the replay. No, he hit me. No, watch the replay. Other guy hit you. Yeah. It's weird because like that's the most popular finish of the 90s. And now in the modern day, it's the roll up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's something where, okay, you can do that. You can hold on to the bottom rope. Okay, but Eddie would have done that once.
Yeah.
Eddie only did that like 3 times. His entire career held the bottom rope. And everyone's like, well, he lied and cheated. He only did it like 3 times, but everyone's doing it every week now.
Yeah.
In some way. Someone's got the tights, the roll up, the this. It's too much.
Yeah.
You know what isn't too much though? The products we have at our Turnbuckle Studio store. So take a look.
The Turnbuckle Studios store is open for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the merch and represent the best from the shows you watch on a weekly basis. Multiple styles to choose from with over 10 products available. Don't get left out and pick up all your favorites today. Find us at turnbucklestudios.org.
And ladies and gentlemen, turnbucklestudios.org is your home for the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program. Head on over to our shop, powered by redbubble.com, so it is 100% safe and secure. Support your favorite shows and your favorite podcasters. Wear what we wear. All of the proceeds come back into our studios to bring you a better experience. And when you make a purchase, take a photo, send it to us, tag us, whatever it is, and we will give you a shout out live on air. All of that and more at turnbucklestudios.org.
They got some funky tourism beats going on over here. Sorry. As anyone by chance talking about? I know, Chris, you had your podcast earlier today. I was checking out the second half of it after it aired there, but I didn't get a chance to chime in on the AAA mask versus mask match last night. What
a match!
What a beaut! That cinema. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I know that word is overused nowadays, but come on. It had everything. It had drama. It had intrigue. It had heartbreak. It had respect. It had everything. It was beautiful. Like, and you wake up this morning and you hear like just the praise of the lifetime, for the Undertaker. And I mean that's amazing. It's wild to think about. He's booking AAA. I don't think that was a sentence I was ever going to be able to say out loud. He's
not just that, but the work that Chad Gable and the others have been doing to make that storyline absolutely just just changing the culture of what AAA is in this new regime of presentation of AAA. Like we're seeing a lot of this same and familiar, like what it was, and we're also seeing kind of what it's becoming as well. Like the evolution of AAA is really like it was really shown last night. But I mean, yes, Undertaker, fantastic job. Jeremy Borash, who we all know is doing a lot of work in AAA also as well.
And even Rey Mysterio is helping out a lot down there too.
Yeah, and just the collection of
like it's insane.
everyone.
The amount of brain cells in the world of wrestling that are in one room down there.
Yeah.
The years experience, the miles traveled, the matches, the bumps, the spots, the titles, everything. So like, yeah, like it's nuts.
It's why I look forward to watching it every Saturday night.
Yeah, I got caught up on or started getting caught up on some NXT, so I actually completely forgot to watch AAA last night.
These two clash. Ha. Ha. They clash in Italy. Ha. Got him. Ah. These guys. Silly.
I kind of expect some shenanigans in this matchup, especially with well, you got Rhea with Charlotte and Alexa, and then you got BFAB and Michin with Jade.
Yeah. And then you've got to figure, do Fatal Influence potentially make an impact in this match with those others? I don't see JC Jane as much because we saw her throw her name into the Queen of the Ring tournament. But with Laney Reed and Fallon Henley wanting the tag team,
I don't see any of Fatal Influence.
I would beg this with this kind of way of logic.
I was going to say I don't see.
Fatal Influence goes wherever JC Jane leads them. So if Fatal Influence makes anything, JC Jane is front and center. But JC Jane is the one who's going after the single.
Yeah.
This match has a singles title.
Yeah.
The tag titles aren't in this picture. So I would.
No, they're not. But with Charlotte and Rhea, who are in the tag title, or sorry, with Charlotte and Alexa, who are, if they are in Rhea's corner tonight, if BFAB and Michin are, Fatal Influence could come down as well to lay out Charlotte and Rhea, which could also introduce Paige and Brie.
But
and really,
where I'm going is if you have two teams that are canceling each other out, you have more of a direct shot to the champions. So why would Fatal Influence mess with a beef that they have no intention of getting themselves into, and there is an opening just towards the champions? Address that when you can. I think that's a smarter play for Fatal Influence. Like, why would anybody in Fatal Influence care about this matchup with the exception of the aftermath and who's champion? Attack the winner of this match and then make your mark. Don't piss off two people when you can only do one.
And it appears as though Jade is coming to the ring alone.
Well, that was definitely the narrative of Rhea wanting Jade by herself. But like we saw last night in the mask versus mask match, both members came to the ring alone. Didn't mean we didn't see anything later on.
Right.
So I think with maybe the ramp size that we have here, we could see BFAB and Michin show up closer to the the ring bell area than coming down the ramp. That is a long ass ramp.
Yeah, this just reminds me that when Roman's match starts, I need to find a stopwatch so that I can time how long it takes him to get to the ring.
Right.
We'll just play all of our ads 7 times and then we'll be halfway down.
He'll be, yeah.
Like,
I will be honest. I think if Jacob comes out first, I don't think Roman gets his full entrance for tribal combat.
Nah, Jacob gonna do some time. Jacob is about that life, as they would say. He is about that life. He is that guy.
There is something about Jade Cargill about like since she's came to the WWE that I've noticed. It feels like she's bursting with more confidence than what she had when she was in AEW. Sure, she had the confidence there, but it just it feels like it's even more out there now.
Oh,
like-
absolutely.
And I feel like the biggest reason why that is because, and I don't want to speak bad about AEW, but like, it doesn't seem like they have much of a developmental system. Their system is take the people that have established themselves on the independents already, and then when we try to bring up new guys, we know that they're not popular enough, so then we don't give them enough time. Then they get put off TV for a while, then they start to complain about it, then we don't use them, and then they go away somewhere else. And they just stick in the independents, that's where they can actually make their name first, and then go to AEW, much like WWE.
Well, I mean, I thought that maybe that's what they were going to use Ring of Honor as.
Right? That was my thought.
They didn't do it.
No.
I mean, now you've got somebody like Athena who is running with your women's title for 2+ years. And she's a far bigger name than to just be buried. You've got Sammy Guevara there. Well, why aren't we getting Sammy Guevara on national TV?
Because nobody cares about Sammy Guevara.
But
he
yeah,
was actually on TV this past Wednesday.
He also wrestled
yeah.
Darby Allin for the title not too long ago because he simply deserved that shot. But to get back to Jade Cargill, I don't think this is an AEW, WWE thing at all.
Oh,
I
no.
think it's the fact Jade
No,
Cargill started. And she was green. And just the longer she went, because even her last matches in AEW were far better than her first ones. It was just repetition that she needed. She needed that experience. And then, Logan, you touched on it, the developmental system that WWE can provide that AEW might not have played a huge part, but you're getting advice from Paul Heyman, Triple H, William Regal. You're getting Undertaker. The resources are just deeper.
Endless.
And then, like, there's a performance center there that changes that, like, you get in-ring reps, you get weight, like, you get everything
Promo
at your
class,
disposal with WWE.
nutritionists.
That's just what changes their capabilities of making people than anybody else.
Because they understand while you're an independent contractor, you're still an investment, right? They're going to build you and try to make you into the star that they want you to be so that they can make the most money off you, which is the goal of any wrestler into wrestling company, is to make them the most money.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
if
they want to
Could
pull
Tony
off the whole
D'Angelo do what he did in any other company? No.
No, not with the character.
I mean,
because it wouldn't have worked.
Well,
Everyone would have
Jade
looked at the
and
Mafia
Jade said
character
it
and be like,
her-
that's so WWE.
And Jade said it herself. Like when she went to the WWE, she went there specifically to develop herself even more in the ring.
Yeah. I mean, you look at WrestleMania was probably the best match I have ever seen Jade wrestle.
Mm-hmm.
She was able to actually make counters, and it was technical counters. It wasn't just the power and a boot to the face. But again, I ask, prediction time. Who do we have coming out?
Well, after the first match, that made no freaking sense. I don't know anymore, but I would have I would say Jade Cargill. I think this is a time where you got to continue this. If she loses back-to-back PLEs, like, who cares about the character? Like, she's supposed to be that bitch. How can that bitch be that much of a disappointment when it's crunch time?
Yeah.
Like, just like Cody Rhodes, you gotta start adding to the pool with Rhea Ripley in the women's division. You know how big Rhea is, so add. Don't just push her. She can take it. She's a star.
Would this be a position for somebody like Julia to really, explode in the country where she was born?
Wow.
Really come out, try and make an impact on this match, costing Rhea Ripley. We know that things with her and Kiana are, there's dissension there. She's been a 2-time U.S. champion. Is this the time to maybe put that move for Julia?
I love the way they're starting this match up with this collar and elbow tie up and just neither women giving any way to it.
I was gonna say, yeah.
To answer your question, though, no, because I just don't see that being logistic. I see this going down between Michin, BFAB, Charlotte, and Asuka, and then Alexa Bliss. If by chance anyone is going to get in the way of Rhea Ripley, I have a weird reason thinking it's going to be Charlotte.
Oh,
yeah, because I think in the long run we're going to Charlotte and Rhea at WrestleMania or at SummerSlam.
yeah.
Okay.
That should be kind of the thing you aim for, right? Can Charlotte get 15? No, yeah, 15. Yeah.
But before that, I think we're going to Charlotte and Jade first. So my prediction, I think, is going to be Jade tonight.
Yeah, okay. But you do Charlotte and Jade when at next Saturday night's main event MSG or Night of Champions or?
Well,
I think Night of Champions.
Yeah, I'm gonna say King and Queen of the Ring because isn't Night of Champions in like October?
Yeah.
Is that really when that is?
Yeah, King and Queen of the Ring is the end of June.
Oh shoot! Right. Okay. Yeah. Money in the Bank's in September this year. All right. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm a little backwards because of that. Dang. Ouch.
But Jade really just showcasing her strength to Rhea. Oh no, Night of Champions isn't at the end of June. My bad.
Yep. I think King and Queen of the Ring are going to be in July.
King and Queen of the Ring is June 29th.
June 27th, Night of Champions.
Oh, okay, yeah, and then the King and Queen of the Ring finals are
at Night of Champions.
Yeah.
The semifinals and final matches are culminating at Night of Champions on June 27th. So there's no actual PLE for King and Queen of the Ring. It's just a tournament that's going to end a Night of Champions.
Sorry, yeah, when I was thinking Night of Champions, I was actually thinking Crown Jewel.
Oh,
because my brain was going to like the Crown Jewel Championship. But from what I'm seeing in this match, it's just been all Jade now.
We did see a little bit of unsure between these two earlier in the match. So there's definitely a little bit of miscommunication with the chemistry. I'm looking, but when it comes down to it, both of these competitors have something. It might just take a few times. And this is where I do like the fact that we're seeing that addition to live events, because that is a platform to how to better chemistry between two people.
Mm-hmm.
And when we talked about the repetition for Jade Cargill, I think that would help her in a lot as well. But
And
I think the
that's
slower
what
this
WWE
pace goes benefits.
Yeah, I think that's what WWE is looking at too with bringing in these live events, is the development of these of wrestlers that they want to push. And I'm not just talking like guys on the main roster, because even on those house shows, on those main roster house shows, they can bring in a couple guys from NXT to do that. They have done that in the past.
Yeah.
I mean, the house show I went to in Barrie, Ontario in 2010, back when NXT was just doing the reality show version of NXT, we had Wade Barrett and Justin Gabriel on that show.
Right. What a wild thought, right? NXT was a reality show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Doing the beer keg runs, acting like it was a college half the time, more than anything else. Like college meets Jackass fraternity.
Yeah, I was not a fan of NXT back then.
Like, you knew the wrestlers, and like you knew Daniel Bryan. I was like, oh god, look, it's Bryan Danielson from Ring of Honor. Like,
Yeah.
What is this? The heck is he doing? Because again, you could only imagine. Imagine they would have had that only a couple of years sooner. That would have been CM Punk in there.
Yeah.
Right? Like, no ECW, just NXT. Eesh.
Yeah.
Rhea mounting a comeback and actually playing it smart, because as Jade tried to get away, Rhea was right on top of that.
Yeah.
And that's the experience of Rhea coming into play, which I think could also be a factor in this matchup for sure.
And I find that, especially with a lot of the women's matches, is that experience becomes your biggest factor over most matches. And that's such a thing to say now, is that we can talk like that. And that's a really awesome thing to think about, is that there's a lot of women that are in this ring that have like 12 to 15 years experience. And it's, not so long ago where you would have been like, oh, she's just here as a diva. And it's like, nah, she put some time in. She put some time in somewhere. However, shout out to Italy. Their staircases are massive. They have a lot of space and like exit routes for people. They don't mess around when it comes to that stuff. It's crazy.
Jade able to counter out of Rhea attempting for the Razor's Edge.
Oh. So I guess Rhea is kind of employing that as a new kind of maneuver to use. Is that elbow spin kick, I guess?
Yeah. She's been using it for a while, so.
Yeah. It's interesting. They put more of like a highlight to it.
The crowd is getting behind this one.
Oh. Whoa. Whoa. Uh-oh. Missed. Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Headbutt.
Oh, Jade able to counter the Riptide.
Okay, this whole exchange is insane.
Right?
Like, just counter for just mix to mix.
And this is not something we would have expected to see out of Jade 3 years ago.
Oh. Oh. Yes, the Shining Wizard. There you go. I do like the way that it almost looks like Rhea's band around the side here is almost like alligator, and then
Yeah.
it like transitions into some kind of actual fabric. That looks really interesting how they did that. Just happened to notice because it was like a black spot underneath it. Uh-oh. It's a Raw Rumble.
Oh,
Ouch. Oh,
I'm
no.
still
how was
keeping her
Rhea
in
able to
electric chair
hang on
position.
to that?
Oh! Ouch. She barely kicked out of that one.
Yeah,
That was not a forceful kick out at all.
no.
Jade could be knocked out a little bit.
Yeah,
Her head
Yeah.
bounced off.
yeah, she looked like she took a little bit of a think, a little bit extra bounce.
Again, both of these women able to counter the other.
Oh,
Whoa.
oh! Wow. Cue Naomi with the Money in the Bank if this was somehow possible a little while back.
Right?
If we can get this kind of Jade Cargill a little while back, the cash in with Naomi would have been even more insane had she been in the title picture.
Yeah, who would have thought that when Naomi won the Money in the Bank, she would have had a lot more time to cash in.
Right?
I really do think that's just when they should
I don't-
have the
Yeah.
timeline. Not a year, just like whenever the next Money in the Bank ladder match is.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, that's where I liked it having been at WrestleMania, and you had until WrestleMania the following year to cash in.
Because then it made it very possible for it to still be a WrestleMania cash in.
Yeah.
Because technically that night there could be two Mr. Money in the Banks, and now two Mrs. Money in the Banks running around.
Yeah.
Because that could make a very possible one night of absolute chaos now 2 nights of WrestleMania that are absolute chaos.
Yeah.
I think that'd be
think about
actually a much
this,
more
like-
interesting concept than keeping Money in the Bank as a pay-per-view itself.
Think about this scenario if that was the case. One person could say your opening match of the night was a championship match, and that person there's a person that cashes in on that, and then a couple matches down you do your Money in the Bank main evented by another brand's title match that gets cashed in on. You could have 2 world title matches on either gender be cashed in on Money in the Bank in the same night.
Yeah.
And like I love the idea of chaos, especially in the world of wrestling, because that's what wrestling's built on. And I know storytelling is obviously the biggest thing of pro wrestling, but it's built on chaos.
Yeah.
If the story has no chaos, are you going to pay attention to it? No.
Not really.
You need something.
Like, can you imagine when Seth pulled the heist of the century? Had there been another Money in the Bank running around?
Right? So imagine you have the biggest WrestleMania in history, the first ever cash in WrestleMania, and then all of a sudden someone else's music hits. Oh, here we go. Oh, I totally thought that.
BFAB and Meechin.
I don't know why BFAB kind of looked like. Ouch. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh, coup de grace.
Rhea using her friend Io's move there and Riptide.
Oh. Aww. BFAB messed up the spot.
I think this was actually supposed to happen.
Yeah, I think they were supposed to slip up because the referee saw it all happen.
I don't know.
He
Just
saw
like
them reach in.
She looked like she like kind of just half like just went. She was looking at her and looking at her at the same time, going, "Eh." I don't know because this. Yeah. Just turn around. There you go. Oh dang. Oh shit. Huge. Okay. Now you're getting distracted.
Yep.
And only Charlotte, though. No Alexa.
No, Alexa's injured.
Oh, is she?
She got injured on SmackDown.
And
I didn't know
Charlotte
that.
with the save to Rhea, putting her foot on the rope.
Hey.
And Charlotte just showing that's how she learned how to be the new dirtiest player in the game. You just don't get caught.
Yep.
And the headbutt again from Rhea.
And Rhea retains.
Wow. What a match. What a finish. Completely
here's
mixed
my
up for
question.
Cody Gunther.
Now that Alexa's injured, are you about to see what we about to see?
I was going to say, what a fight in the crowd, because a fight in the crowd just started breaking out after that win.
Yeah. I was thinking my other thought at first, and I was going to mention that after. I was like, oh gosh, look out there. Oh no, we're just going to ignore that? Okay, sure. I mean, now would be the time for Charlotte to turn on Rhea, wouldn't it? If Alexa's actually injured.
But why would you want to?
Yeah.
I thought that's what they were trying to lead to towards SummerSlam.
No.
Well,
No,
I
I
They're
think
they
looking
pulled that
more
off
to
at
Charlotte
WrestleMania
and
again?
Jade than they are Charlotte and Rhea.
Yeah, I think you're building. Yeah, because Charlotte and Jade have
Now
been
for a while.
in each other's faces and in each other's way, essentially. I think you're building to that.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll have to find
I
out
think
August 1st
eventually
or
we'll
August
probably get a
2nd.
triple threat. Yeah, we've already known that.
Yeah.
Oh no, another one. Son of a bitch. We're getting a commercial.
Must have paid Bret Hart a boatload of money if he's getting his
Bret
2
Hart showing
cents
up.
in a Hulk Hogan documentary.
Bret Hart showed up at that bar and he was steaming literally outside. Calgary lost all of its snow because Bret Hart was walking down the street going to this interview. Okay?
It's like, yeah, my favorite professional night, WrestleMania 9. Best night ever.
Right?
And I lost to Yoko and Hulk Hogan came and had to win the title. Yeah, I loved it.
That's so nuts.
Because that didn't
oh,
translate to what is going on by the viewer in any way.
right?
Yeah, but while Brett did not ask for Hogan's help at WrestleMania 9, we here at the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program are asking for your help. So take a look here.
A Turnbuckle Affiliation program is looking for more people. If you have passion level for pro wrestling, sports, video games, or something else, then Turnbuckle Studios is the place to be. If you have ever wanted to pursue content creation and want to join our team, then we would love to have you. Check out turnbucklestudios.org or contact us by email today because your future is now, and we want you to tap in.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, turnbucklestudios.org is your home for the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program. And if you have ever wanted your break in podcasting, content creation, or to help us out behind the scenes, follow Logan's example. Hit the join button, email us your credentials, tell us how you can help us, how we can help you. Logan's watching. And we will sit down as a collective and find the right fit. All of that and more at turnbucklestudios.org. See, Logan, for the first time in your life, you can be used as a good example.
See? Actually, speaking of that, since we're talking about doing good, I think this week we're going to be taking our first video outside.
Okay.
Hopefully. So I have plans So June is Men's Mental Health Month, right?
Yes.
I was thinking of some plans. I don't know if you guys are somewhat wanting to partake in this. I have it in my notes here. Where are my official? Where did it go? Have you guys ever heard like you guys done like walks and stuff like that? Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is this is a different kind of walk because obviously I'm not gonna sit there and try to organize something at like a John Rhodes because like that's a lot of money. There's no need for us to do stuff like that. This can all be done for free because that's kind of the point of it. So I'm thinking is that it's going to be a walk style kind of idea where we all collectively or minimally anyway walk a total of 500 miles or 500 kilometers anyway. Depending on how many people would sign up, like if I got like 50 people to sign up, I'd go like, all right, well, that's 20 kilometers a person. So like, it's not that bad, but I'm trying to see how many people would actually want to sign up for something like that. Like myself, I can walk 500 kilometers because I'm going to start doing videos where I bring in like this little camera that kind of just sticks onto my chest. I'm just going to walk around.
Right.
Like Hiawatha, places like that. I just put my watch on, see what happens.
Yeah.
And then, we'll just kind of do stuff like that. And since I have my watch, it'll track. You can also track with any phone. You can track your walk distance and stuff like that. So every time you do it, you just write down in like a little part of your notes app how much you walked that day. And then at the end, just add up however much. And we all kind of come together at the end and be like, this is our total of walking.
Right.
And this is what we walked for Men's Mental Health this month. You can do it together, post photos, share with friends, stuff like that. Like, I'm hoping to get groups of people out. That's kind of the idea, is that just like we meet up somewhere like Hiawatha. Let's meet at bottom of Finn Hill.
Yeah.
Let's meet there. Like, I have no interest in trying to like go through the city and pay for like, no. The city would require money and deposits. And I was like, dude, we're just trying to walk. It's public property. Okay.
Yeah.
It's maintained by taxes. Let's walk. So that would be what I do. And that's what I'm going to be kind of offering up.
Okay.
I just have to come up. I have to come up with some kind of name for it. That's my only. I don't know why. I mean, I keep going back to like walk with something.
Walk with Elias.
You know what I mean? Like that's kind of where my mind's going, right? Is that like I'm like, yeah, where is this? Oh, is that Toffoli?
That was, I believe.
Oh. I think I've heard of him. Okay, Sick Luke. Okay.
Yeah, a bunch of famous Italian musicians.
Oh, 100%.
So where is Lacuna Coil and why aren't they in there?
Oh, bastard.
Especially when Christina Scabbia can pull off the Stephanie Vaquer pulled off the Christina Scabbia look.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, but right now, guys, we have our next matchup is going to be getting underway here. And I'm not even sure what that next match is.
I believe it's going to be Brock and Oba.
Imagine. Yeah, that's exactly what's next.
Yeah, Act 2, there it is.
All right, cool. So you better call Interpol. May want to call in the Italian military.
Yeah, because this match is going to be complete destruction.
Yeah, and this is why this match should be ending the show. I think should be a ring break match. If any match can break the ring, this should be.
You gotta wait for Act 3 if that's even going to come.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the thing, right? Because like you guys were talking about earlier, like some of you guys don't think that it's going to be Oba. I think it is going to be Oba that's going to retire him. I think Gunther's had enough, retirement matches for a little while to solidify the character of career killer. He took out AJ Styles, the face of TNA, the face of WWE, and John Cena, the greatest of all time. And Goldberg the face of WCW. He took out the face of 3 different companies.
Yeah.
So I mean, hey, okay, like I think he's got enough.
No, and that's exactly where I'm at as well. I think you go to this as a trilogy, ending at SummerSlam. And I think that the Gunther career killer, like I said, I think that painted him into a corner.
And
now with tonight, you know, you had him in that title match that started. Now you had that dusty finish. I think that really moves him away from that type of a gimmick. He's no longer painted into that corner. Now he's fighting back out.
Makes sense. Like, so this is gonna be a hot take. There's gonna be a lot of people who are gonna get annoyed with this one. I'm sorry, if you're gonna tell me that Gunther beats Brock Lesnar, I got a bit of a hard time believing that. Here's my thought process. You guys have been to a wrestling show where Brock Lesnar's been in the building, right?
Yeah.
No.
Did you feel the energy change when Brock Lesnar entered the building?
Yeah.
Have you ever been there when Gunther's been in the building?
No.
Energy change is kind of there, but to watch this man, and I'm not the biggest Brock Lesnar guy. I'm gonna be the first one to tell you I hated when he left in 2004. I was one of the biggest people that hated him for the longest time until he came back, because I was actually really excited to see him again.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, look at this man and tell me that while Gunther is very much a monster in his own right, that he is a methodical monster. He is a slow, tear you limb from limb monster, psychologically break you down monster. This monster can't be stopped.
Right.
This is the biggest thing that unbeatable can get.
Yeah.
Like, you're talking about the guy who ended the Undertaker's undefeated streak, who took John Cena to the absolute limit. Like, you can talk about him retiring John Cena, but that was John Cena in his prime.
Yeah.
Brock took John Cena in his prime and absolutely just beat the ever-loving crap out of him and just called it a day and, you know, spat him out and just took 2 of his titles and left.
Yeah.
Like, this guy's an animal, and this guy's been an animal since he's been a child. Like, I'm sorry, Gunther's not beating Brock Lesnar. It's not going to happen. But Oba beating Brock Lesnar, that's completely believable to me.
Right.
Because you've got the power meet power, but Oba is just as, in my opinion, his ability is just as high, where he has that ability to change it up and fight that smaller opponent, or fight that, you know, equal size opponent, where he can kind of change his levels to be at the next level where he can.
But where Gunther does beat Brock Lesnar, and this is where I think it's going to happen, Gunther out wrestles Brock Lesnar all day, every day.
Yeah.
Sure, but at the same time, Brock was an amateur wrestler that went 122 and 10 or something like that. 122.
Yeah, but how long ago was that?
Oh no, for sure. Just I don't know if you forget how to do that. You know, like that takes something. Like when you win that much, it's kind of like when Mike Tyson came out of retirement and everyone was like, "Oh, he can't lay a finger on Jake Paul," and he rocked Jake Paul's shit a few times in that fight, just a few shots. You almost believed it until the game got sold, but you almost believed that Mike Tyson could have beat a 29, 20, 30-year-old, you know, streamer. Could have happened.
But that's where...
I don't know if you forget it.
That's where experience came into play in that fight.
For sure.
Oh.
And that's where I think a lot of the time, especially with somebody like Brock, like, especially when you look at the tail of the tape happening right now, Brock's not as big, but pound for pound, the strength, the grappling, the striking, the ground and pound, the wrestling, I don't think you find someone as good as Brock Lesnar in the modern day.
Right.
And I think in the modern day, he's still out. If he got back on the mat and practiced for a good, I'd say 10-week training camp against someone like a UFC fight, and just wrestled and not struck, like not striking, just wrestling training, I think you'd see an animal again. It would be crazy. I guess depending on the camp, of course, but
I think the debate is really what style of wrestling you're talking about. Are you talking about the technical style of wrestling? Sure. you give that edge to Gunther, but at the same time, how many people take Brock Lesnar down with a double leg takedown? Not very many.
Yeah.
When Brock Lesnar wants to assess his weight on Gunther, he has the edge. When you then combat that with that collegiate style, Gunther is not keeping up with Brock Lesnar.
Mm-mm.
But when you go from the professional standpoint of holds, that's where Gunther's experience and his knowledge
where he
might
kinda-
give him a slight advantage.
Yep.
But I think there's just so many things to look at. I don't think it matters how long ago it was. Look at how Brock Lesnar was running those ropes. He's still just as explosive as he was. Brock Lesnar is a generational talent that people do not want to say generational about because they took him for granted over the years.
Yeah.
But look at what he was able to do in multiple assets of the world. NFL, UFC, collegiate wrestling, pro wrestling.
Yep.
Not a lot of people do that. He, I think, has done more in his life and has tried it in different forms than Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I think what's even crazier is to say that like he almost made the Minnesota Vikings team. He was battling what 105-degree fever, and made the practice team, but just missed the first team. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
And only having 8 weeks to prepare or something like that, like having such a short period of time to prepare for training camp. Oh my god. Like that's nuts. Yes. Like your body has to be in some kind of shape to just be able to jump from sport to sport to sport without having to drop an excessive amount
Yeah.
of weight or change your cardio in a crazy amount in a short period of time like that. Just
Yeah.
that he's just good to go.
And then take a look at everything he did too. And then we find out he's got the diverticulitis.
Yeah. Ugh. Ouch.
But let's combat that with what we've seen with Oba. And we saw it. Oba is 1 inch taller, 20 pounds heavier, just from the tape. Brock Lesnar has more of a reach. And let's face it, Brock Lesnar has more of those X qualities that we know simply based on the fact that, well, experience plays that part.
Yeah.
So the fact that we saw Oba do what he did at WrestleMania was only impressive because nobody has done it to Lesnar before.
Right.
But can he do it again? Is that something that stays? If he can't, then it was a one-time occurrence.
Yeah.
I think this is going to really determine whether or not we see Oba Femi as a consistent, dominant force moving forward, because Brock Lesnar needed consistency to become dominant.
Right.
It wasn't just a one-off with Brock Lesnar. He did it all the time.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You know, it still scares me. This guy's almost 50 years old.
Yeah.
Like, seriously? If I look half this good, I'll do all right. You know?
Right.
At the age of 50, I look half as good. I'll be okay. Jeez, man.
Let's just be thankful his daughter decided to go with shot put instead of wrestling.
Oh, God. And again, that's another person that, and I don't mean this disrespectfully. I don't know what her educational background, what she wants to go into. I think it was biology.
Something like that. Yeah.
Oh, here we
No,
go.
Brock was not waiting at all.
Nope. Oh, God. Uh-oh. Hold on. Hold on. Oh,
Holy.
jeez. Oh, jeez.
He
Is
is
this Goldberg?
manhandling Oba.
Is this Goldberg?
I mean, what a
Oh
intriguing narrative it will be if Oba Femi dominates match 1, Lesnar dominates match 2. This gives you that UFC heavyweight feel.
Yeah. Oh, look at him.
And in the fourth F5 coming up here.
Oh, God. Boom.
One, two.
Oba kicked out.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
that was it.
No. Nah.
So Somebody here earlier mentioned the idea of potentially Paul Heyman quitting on Brock Lesnar. What if this is where we get the return? Let's say Oba fights back into this, and this is where we get that return of Bronson Reed to cost Oba the match.
Oh, he's
Oh,
got
he's
the
gonna
claw.
break his arm. He's gonna break his arm. Uh-oh.
Brock is throwing. Well, I was going to say he's throwing everything in his arsenal at Oba Femi, but
But he
we
hasn't
still have
thrown
yet
a
to see the
German
German
suplex.
suplex.
Damn. And at this point, this is where you just start feeding Lesnar shots in the rib, isn't it?
That's what
Yeah.
I'd be doing.
You start.
Yes, but at the same
Really?
time, with the Kimura, you have to put pressure on the specific side just so he doesn't rip your arm off.
Oh, for sure.
Because
Yeah.
if you start throwing shots, you give up pressure, you give up that part of your body that allows
Brock, oh.
Lesnar to get advantage on that hold.
Yeah.
But the fact that that arm is as low as it is and it's not getting to the mid back, that Kimura is not locked in.
Dang. Brock's face is like,
Yeah.
Damn.
He very briefly did have it in, but it was just, as you had said, Oba shifted his weight and it forced Brock to loosen up the hold. Now, OMD, what did I say about Friday there when Talatonga and Damian Priest had their match? Two big hosses. Well, we got two big hosses fighting here.
Yes, we do.
Well, these guys make
Oh,
hosses look like ants.
And there was the fifth F5.
And Oba kicks out again.
Dang. Dang.
Oh, the
That's
look on Brock's face.
crazy. Holy. So you're booking a monster. You're having a guy kick out of 5 F5s. Even Roman doesn't kick out of 5.
Right?
And
You know
to
what
be
I mean?
fair, I don't even think Brock's ever thrown 5 F5s in a match. Maybe in
I think he
the Taker
I
match,
he
but I
did
think that was
versus
3.
Roman, but I think that was WrestleMania 34, wasn't it?
I think so.
I think I can't remember exactly. I want to say yeah though. Let's get my incense going.
Imagine if these two ended up like just wrestling for a half hour.
I would.
Oh,
at-
honestly,
at
wouldn't be
this-
surprised.
And at this pace too.
Yeah.
This is bigger than a car crash. You know what I mean?
It's
Like this is Final Destination 2 intro sequence. Good luck. Don't turn right. Panic at the wheel and brake real hard, you know? Yeah. That's what this is.
Brock going back to that standing Kimura. Oh, Oba picking him up into the ring
Oh.
post, though.
using Brock for batting practice against the ring post.
Uh-oh.
And Oba Femi through the Italian announce table in the F5.
That's 6 F5s.
Welcome to F5 Fairgrounds, mother. You got Suplex City, F5 Fairgrounds.
Oh my! Just gets up and stands there like nothing happened.
What the Brock, what the hell just happened? Okay. Hold up. He's gonna kill you. Oh my god. And I love Paul selling everything. I love the sell. Ouch. That last one looked like he actually kind of connected with the chin on that. Oh my. Phew. That's not right. Oh.
And 7.
And there's 7.
And
Yeah,
wow.
number 3 at SummerSlam. 100%.
Yeah.
That's
That.
Yikes.
Wow.
jeez.
I already can't wait for part 3. Just gonna say.
Right?
Because even Brock's like, because like he wants to do that again. He looked like he was having fun. Jeez, man.
And the thing with that finish is that Oba still comes out really strong looking in this match.
Well, yeah.
7
I mean,
F5s, almost getting counted out, just absolutely no selling the table after a certain amount of time. Just walks back to the ring casually. Yeah, that's crazy.
I'd love it if Oba just teased the same thing as taking off his boots. Just to do the same thing back to the Lesnar.
and now we see Brock doing the same thing again, taking the gloves off.
But that's something
Yeah, I
he's
just can't see Oba allowing it. I just can't see
Yeah.
Oba allowing it.
And Brock just threw everything at Oba to win
Yeah.
this match. And I mean, I've been saying this about Oba Femi. That's what you have to do in a match against Oba. Throw everything at him and hope for the best.
And all without a single German suplex in this match.
Yeah, no kidding. That was the surprising part. Oh, I didn't know if I had a chance to tell y'all. I did get a job offer.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. YMCA.
Oh,
Okay.
We're going to we're gonna do that more than likely.
She'd be working with my sister.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
It's
It's our tag team champions right now, the Vision.
Blue Division. But yeah, there's it's gonna be interesting. Gonna be interesting to see because you get to work, you get to learn.
Oh, look
Oh,
who's
Santino.
there.
Ooh, there we go. Legend. Canadian. Everyone's like, "Aw."
No, Santino's not Canadian. He's Italian.
That's right. You're thinking of his alter ego, Anthony Corelli. All right.
I'll never
Before
forget
we
this.
get to the next match, gentlemen, if you will give me a moment.
I'll never forget the one we were at Elimination Chamber in Montreal, and there were some guys complaining about Jinder Mahal's title reign, and they're complaining because he was Indian. I was like, hold on, you realize he's from Calgary, right? They stopped and just kind of looked. I'm like, look it up. It's Canadian. What are you mad at?
Well, how can you be mad with content, right? We got a lot of content. Here.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. All times are in Eastern Time. Monday night, we are on call as the Raw Patrol is on duty at 8 p.m. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Wednesday, we play games with the PlayStation Showcase at 8 p.m. Thursdays let us power your dreams with the Xbox Showcase at 9 p.m. Friday we invite you to come for a ride with the SmackDown security detail at 8 p.m. The weekend brings you Saturday Night Gaming at 8 p.m. On Sunday, be sure to catch the Chris Parrish podcast at 12:15 p.m. And later in the day, the Locker Room presents Wrestling Recap Delivers at 7 p.m. Always be aware that weekend shows can vary in times, as the PLE Patrol and other watch party streams are always a must-see. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day and watch all of the latest episodes on turnbucklestudios.org/shows. And please do not forget to drop a like, follow, and to subscribe to all of our channels, and when the time is right, all you have to do is tap in.
That's right, everybody. Turnbucklestudios.org/shows, the place to check out all of our content here at the Turnbuckle Studios and Turnbuckle Affiliation Program. All you need to do is just click, and you will be given an opportunity to check out the latest episodic shows. That's right. We upload that daily, so you have the easier access. So go to turnbucklestudios.org/shows to catch all your Turnbuckle Studios needs. As Bobby Stats is in the house, and Bobby, welcome.
Bobby. Yeah, bud. How you been?
And we are looking
Also,
at the
I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but on the post show, WWE will reveal the brackets for both King and Queen of the Ring.
Huge. Now, my question is, what do we see from Chad Gable now? Do we see him go back to the mid card?
Whoops.
Do we see him try to go after the world title on Raw? Do we see him, fully reunite with the Creed brothers and fill that New Day role in the tag team that they're missing? That 3-man group? Who knows? I don't know.
Well, American Made was never disbanded in any way.
No, but I just wonder if they start to really focus in on it now that he's unmasked completely. And we completely just found out that it was randomly. Yeah, look at that. Crazy. Chad Gable. Like, who would have thought? Totally. I had no idea. None of it.
We didn't know where Chad Gable was for the past almost 2 years now.
Man, we were duped. Absolutely duped,
No, we
bamboozled.
knew he was someplace because he did post on Instagram about his working out.
Bobby says he'd like to see Chad go after the Intercontinental Championship.
Yes.
Okay.
And here's the irony to this whole thing. Who was the luchador Chad Gable losing to that he couldn't beat, thus having to create El Grande Americano?
Penta.
It was Penta.
Who is now your Intercontinental Champion.
Yes.
So that story writes itself. But you can also look at what he said last night, saying that Chad Gable will be back at AAA.
Yeah.
Does Chad Gable take this time to also look at the fact that the guy now known as El Grande Americano came in, took his creation away from him, and bested him, and took his creation completely away? Does he let that go? Does Chad Gable now go back and try to take back his creation of El Grande Americano? He might have lost the identity, but he might not be okay with that. So I think there's a lot of ways you can go with Chad Gable. We don't even know if he's going to go back to Raw. He could be very well on SmackDown.
I mean, if I could paint a scenario, I mean, we all know El Grande Americano's got the next AAA Mega Championship match. If El Grande Americano wins the title there, it could be a championship mask match or something along those lines where we see El Grande get unmasked and Chad wins the AAA Mega title at the same time.
But
I wouldn't. I don't think I'd want to do that though because of how big El Grande has gotten in Mexico. Pun intended.
And I think that now we just got the official word. They announced that night one of AAA Triple Mania on September 11th will come from Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yeah, that was announced last night too.
I didn't see it last night.
Yeah.
I think you're still waiting, and I think you're going to save that AAA Mega Championship, and I think at Triple Mania we are going to get Dom versus Ray in that title versus match.
Yeah.
I truly do hope Becky retains the title here.
I mean, is there any reason for her to really lose it just yet? I mean, I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I mean, Soul hasn't done enough to even really warrant being in this title match.
Well, she beat Becky by disqualification at Saturday night's main event, and that's what prompted Nick Aldis to say this match is happening for the title.
Oh, I know. But I still don't think Soul has done enough.
I mean, you can say she beat. I say Becky lost via disqualification because Ruca did very little to earn a victory, whereas Becky Lynch did everything she can to lose the match.
She overplayed. She overplayed her hand in that situation.
Excuse me for 1 second there, gentlemen.
Yeah.
We're back. Oh, wait.
But I mean, I have no problem if Sol Ruca wins this match. I just want to see her win this match in a way where she doesn't get the title. Because at the very least, you could say, oh, maybe Becky gets disqualified again because that's her out in this, so she can win again. But then she could also win on a count out. And given the way that they're doing finishes tonight, I could see it, because I'm not going to lie. I thought every match had a very bad finish. That's where I've been so far. I hated the opening. I didn't like the execution of the second one of Rhea and Charlotte. And I really thought that was an over dramatic way to end Oba and Brock.
Okay. See, for me, I'm with you on the first one. The second one, I absolutely loved the finish. So far, that has been the match of the night. Brock versus Oba for being the bathroom break match was still fantastic. I understand where you're coming from with the over dramatic, but I love the finish of that. This one, I know I've been Becky's biggest critic when it comes to her as the Intercontinental Champion, saying she's just using it as a prop. I don't want to see Soul hot-shotted to the Intercontinental Championship, but maybe she'll actually get some defenses and be able to be a fighting champion, which is more than we can really say for what she was able to do in NXT as a double champion.
Fair.
Well, to be fair, Soul was injured for a good chunk of that championship run.
Yeah, they should have stripped the title off her a little before that.
Yeah.
But another reason why I didn't like the finish between Rhea and Charlotte is you had 2 beat 3. Why does WWE need to always devalue the number game when you can use it as a way to establish the dominance?
Yeah.
And that's why I dislike it. I also thought the execution didn't roll well. I understand where they're going with, but to me, you just could have done it differently. And that's why I say the same thing about Brock and Oba. It was over the top in my eyes, whereas you could have done the same thing doing far less.
Yeah, it's also a fair point. Well, I mean, especially given the fact that they are leading to the third one, right? So now where do you lead from the second one? Because that was insane. So now you have to do something bigger than that for the third one.
Hell in a Cell.
Right?
Thank you, Parrish. I was just thinking that.
Hell in the Cell ring break. Add some stakes. Add Brock Lesnar's retirement. Like, be like, I will officially retire. You will like retire me. You'll never see me again. Like, I'm done. If you can actually beat me, throw it in there. Add something to add some zhuzh. You know, see what happens.
If they make this a King of the Ring final, if they do anything like that again, I actually might not watch SummerSlam.
Yeah.
I do not need a feud overtaking a King or Queen of the Ring tournament.
No.
Right.
No, the title should be your main event.
Triple H went on record before this show saying this show was going to change the landscape of WWE. I don't think I believe him anymore. If you're going to change the landscape, then you got to make some change in your show.
Yeah.
What change has been made? And you could have ended the friendship between Cody and Sammy. You could have done something between Charlotte and Rhea. You could have had Brock Lesnar get demolished twice. And he is an afterthought of your beast in WWE. That's how you change a landscape.
Move the needle.
So does that mean like Becky Lynch is going to lose the Intercontinental title?
That's what it sounds like. Watch, because this one will happen. And it's like, well,
That's the one that shouldn't.
Yeah, that's the one that shouldn't. Like again, and I'm not a Becky Lynch fan by any means. You're right. Soul hasn't done enough yet. She just showed up on Raw. If she was going to do it for shock value, it should have been right there and then.
Yeah.
Because then you can build on that.
Yeah, the same way Paige won the Divas title.
Yeah. Do the same thing. But like, if you're not going to do it on the shock value alone, then don't do it at all. Let her build to that mid card. Let her start beating people that are underneath her, like, you know. I don't know why I'm blanking.
She wins.
No, I'm blanking on names, but you know what I mean.
If she wins this match, she's a champion.
Yeah.
Out of 500 records, she's a champion.
Yeah. Like,
if she loses, she's 1-3, and her only win has come from a disqualification.
Like, and the only thing that sucks is like that was the one thing I gave AEW credit for, was that they were using the wins and losses as something that kind of mattered.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, I could see that a little bit. Okay, cool. And I've seen lately that they've gotten away from it. It's like, oh well, that kind of sucks.
But you know what? For a long time, TNA was doing the same thing.
Yeah. And that was
then,
one thing I loved about TNA during that time period, is that they actually used wins and losses. Like, oh, like with a record of 15 wins, 2 losses. Oh,
but even AEW faltered for that because Pac had a winning record and never got a world title shot.
Yeah.
So then you kept putting Page like it. They had flaws too in the way they.
Oh, for sure. I like the concept. They just didn't execute it correctly.
I'm gonna say this. The one thing I'm gonna give TNA AEW a little more credit for is their Continental title tournament there, where they did the 2 brackets. You had the round robins, and those wins and losses did matter, whether you were gold or blue division, and whomever you were taking on. Even back in the day when TNA did the Bound for Glory series was absolutely incredible.
But yeah, I think I'm with Parrish here and saying I think Becky is going to retain. I don't know how. I don't think it's going to be Becky pinning Soul. Could be by countout, could be by disqualification. And then from that, you can still build to a third match between Soul Ruca and Becky. But Soul Ruca will have to earn her way to that third match. So whether it's beating whoever she needs to beat on Raw to get to that match, to just put her on some kind of I wouldn't say like a monster dominant role, but at least a dominant run of some kind.
I mean, Soul had 2 fantastic matchups against Liv Morgan and Io Sky. But we've also seen her struggle to hit the Soul Snatcher on the main roster.
No, she hit it in her opening match. She hit it from the outside. Or it's a move that when it's not hit, it looks bad. When it is hit, it looks great.
Yeah.
I think right now, like, I think for her, she just keeps going with it. Like, I don't like this narrative of she should stop using it because it didn't work a couple times.
Right.
I mean, I'm sorry, but like, how many times has Roman hit a Bush League spear and he still does it? Because like, when he does hit it good, it looks good. Or how many times has Braun Breaker, ran faster than a well executed spear? Do we crap on that? Like, it's a narrative that I can't stand with wrestling fans, because it's just like, you're not going to hit everything perfectly all the time.
No.
That's what makes the performance of wrestling anything but predetermined.
The big thing is that when Braun Breaker doesn't hit the spear at full force, everybody's still, it's the speed. I mean, he got up to 25 miles an hour at WrestleMania, or 27 miles an hour because of the ramp. Well, and when you're traveling that fast, you don't have the time to slow down and readjust on the fly.
No, you're running. You're gone.
Well, and Bess, didn't you make the comparable, I think it was on Monday, to Sol Ruca and Lita?
Yeah, and I mean, Lita has messed up on her moonsault several times, but when she's hit it, she's landed them perfectly.
And it's like, and like, my point is, it's just a stupid narrative, because the athletic part of pro wrestling is more than real. It's more than legit. And we've seen football players falter. We've seen hockey players falter.
No.
Everything about the NBA falters. Soccer, even though there's the goal size is like as big of the country, they still miss the net, so they falter. Like, that's just sport.
And to add to that narrative, I've always hated the narrative of, and I'm going to use the Seth Rollins example. When he injured 4 wrestlers, everybody online went on a tangent about, how Seth Rollins is not a safe wrestler, blah, blah, blah. He's only injured 4 wrestlers. Sure, those 4 wrestlers were big names. I mean, Sting and John Cena were in that list. But in the grand scope of things, Seth is one of the safest workers in the ring.
Yeah.
Yep. And somebody, in my opinion, who has always been mostly an unsafe worker in that way, because when things go wrong, they go wrong, is Nia. She's cleaned herself up in years since, but I always thought she was very, very sloppy at one point.
Yeah, we all did.
Right.
Well,
so it was
here's
just
the thing: do women main event WrestleMania if Nia Jackson punched Becky Lynch in the face?
Oh no. Yeah. That is the one. That's the one botch where it's like, okay, the botch became something insane, because like I didn't even see that coming.
You punched somebody in the face. That's not, like, I'm sorry, but that's not a botch. That's real.
Yeah.
Steve Austin tattooed people in the face all the time. Nobody said, and that's safe.
Yeah, and that's what I look at too when we see like a wrestler, in quotations, mess up a maneuver. It just adds a bit more realism to what they're doing to each other.
Yeah.
It's like, so if they do have to have a second match or something else like that, you're like, remember that receipt's coming. So you know what's coming. So now you're waiting for that shot to hit them. Now that we're involved on what a receipt is.
Does anybody go to like a play and see somebody mess up their lines and chanted, "You effed up, you effed up, you effed up"? I would look at the guy and be like, "You're a loser."
Right.
It's like, but you try doing something every day for the same amount of time every day for like 6 months to try to say it 1,000,000 times in front of a crowd.
Yep.
You try it.
As an actor, I can vouch for. As a former actor, I can vouch for that. I've messed up lines hundreds of times, but the audience was none the wiser on that.
Yeah. You make the blooper reel.
Yeah.
And even if they were, they would not sit there and ridicule you for it. They'd be like, oh, you know what? Mistakes happen. Shit happens. You carried on like a consummate professional, right? So, hey,
I continued on with my character.
keep her going.
Yeah. And that's what Becky is doing right now. She's keeping her going with this attack that she's laying on Sol Ruca.
She's about to hit her. Boing, doink. Boing. See, does anyone else want to use those like Hanna-Barbera noises where you just start like pew, bang, ping?
Oh, come on now. Let's go back to the 1960s Batman with Adam West and Burt Ward.
Whomp. Bam, bam, bam.
Wait, did you just acknowledge that you watch TV
Yes.
and movie? Wow.
I actually used to love that old Batman TV series. Yes, I have seen it all.
I don't know if you guys actually have seen this website, but I think it's called My Retro TV.
Yes.
You can find like TV channels and stuff like that. I found it the one day. I was like, oh, this is sick. So I was showing my daughter and she was like, what is this? I'm like, this is TV. This is what TV was, kiddo. So I sat there and watched like an hour and a half worth of commercials from like 2001 just to watch commercials again. Like, why? I don't know why. She didn't. She's like, why are you doing this? I'm like, I don't know.
So what do you? Good save
Sol
by
gets
Sol and a good defense from Becky at the same time there.
Oh, and here it comes.
Oh, what a counter by Becky.
Armbar.
See how quick Sol was to block it though?
Yeah.
Yeah. But that was a beautiful counter by Becky to try and get it into the armbar.
The one thing I don't understand why people don't do more of is they're always locking arms, which is, don't get me wrong, it's not it's a great counter, but if you can tell that somebody doesn't have them locked in and they're just trying to get a hold of it, just twirl their body because your arm's not going to go the other way. They're not going to be able to bend it or extend it that way. But what you can do is if you push up, now you're in a pinning predicament, and now they're on the defensive side.
Becky tried to get the disarm her, but
reversed.
Like right there. What we just saw.
Jessica. Run, Jessica.
Oh,
and you're gonna go complete. No. Yeah, that's
Now-
two folks.
I was going to say, are we going to see Becky Lynch get into the face of Jessica Carr here in this match?
We already have.
Oh, here we go.
She already
Here it
has
comes.
a couple of
And
times.
here it is.
She's getting mad that Jessica Carr ended up on the outside because of what happened.
I know Jess is also training to be a wrestler herself. So, like, is this maybe by chance the transition where they introduce Jessica Carr into the wrestling scene herself?
She
I've
is
been
a trained
saying-
wrestler. She was a trained wrestler
Oh yeah.
that turned into an official with WWE.
This is a question we've been asking for about 6 months.
Right.
Yeah,
Like, is this finally the time where we're gonna do it? Are we finally gonna pull this off? Are we finally gonna pull that trigger?
I hope not.
No.
It's just the one thing I don't need. I don't need an official turned wrestler when you're not doing anything with Ivy Nile. You're not doing anything really of note in the ring with Maxine or Natalia. Like,
Yeah, you know, that's actually kind of fair. Yeah. If you don't have enough TV time for the other ladies, don't make another lady, right?
what's Bailey and Lyra doing right now?
Right. That's my question.
Well, Bailey's doing stuff in AAA right now, so
Exactly. She could be doing something on Raw instead of seeing Jessica Carr in the ring. It's like, that's my point.
Yeah. Like, I have to admit, at Saturday night's main event, when Jessica Carr went out and went under the ring, I was waiting for her to come back up with the mask and get into Becky's face.
Like, if Jessica Carr is going to go in the ring, then she could put that mask back on and go to AAA.
And Jessica looking now like, oh, did I just cost Soul the match because I knocked her off the rope?
Well, that's because her and Becky were playing tug of war there.
They were.
But like, why not disqualify Becky again for touching you, putting your hands on the official?
Oh, ouch! That one looked like it connected.
Like, what was the difference between last week's and this week's match in terms of the way Becky put her hands on Jessica Carr?
Yeah.
Whereas one resulted in disqualification and this one didn't.
I think maybe she doesn't want to disqualify her because then she still retains the title. She wants to see her actually lose it fairly, hopefully. Maybe that's, I don't know, maybe that's the logic they're kind of far-fetching too.
Kind of reaching there. Disqualification led towards a championship match.
Oh, yeah.
So, like...
Oh, my God.
So why is it tonight that everybody is kicking out of everybody's finisher?
It's every night.
The only thing was
in Italy. That's why.
Yes, with Rhea and Jade, it was more of a counter for counter. They weren't actually getting hit by the finishers, but this is everybody is just kicking out.
They got extra carbs from the pasta.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't know.
If I could take my best comparison guess here. Oh, of her own. Nope. Think about it like an indie show, right?
I hope I don't.
It's a finisher fest.
Yeah.
When they go overseas, they treat it like an indie show because the fans over there are unruly and will do whatever chants they want, regardless if you try to censor them.
True.
That's the one thing I find, especially about European fans. They don't give a shit.
Well, it's a PLE though. That's why they're going on. They didn't do that on the PLEs.
No, but I just find that anytime that they go overseas, there's just a little bit extra amount of finishers, a little bit extra amounts of time of wrestling. They give more wrestling to overseas fans because American. Oh,
and there's the Soul Snatcher.
And here we are, 1, 2.
New Intercontinental Champion.
Didn't we joke about that right at the beginning?
We did.
Yeah.
Well, you said they were kicking out of everybody's finisher. Becky did not kick out of the Soul Snatcher there, only.
She did not.
So she just totally contradicted what you said.
But again, I'll go back to this thing. Just from a logistics standpoint, what was the difference between the way Becky Lynch put her hands on Jessica Carr last week to this week? And one was a disqualification, one was not. Not to mention, she then, if she doesn't want to disqualify Becky tonight, but she did last week, then she handed Ruca an opportunity for the title. Thus, there's just too many holes in the logic here.
She took a page out of Danny Davis's playbook. Danny Davis used to do the same thing back in the 80s before he became a referee turned wrestler.
Triple H may have taken a page out of the Vince Russo playbook because this is not going anywhere.
We'll just have to wait and see what happens next.
Yeah, and now Becky crying in the ring. Is she going to once again blame Jessica Carr, or is this time for Becky to maybe go back to the drawing board?
She's probably going to blame Jessica.
I will say this. I hope with Soul as the Intercontinental Champion, she can be a fighting champion and get more defenses as opposed to using the title as a prop piece.
Yeah, we'll have to find out starting tomorrow night with Monday Night Raw.
Yes. And there's the bouncy one, Javon Evans.
Love
Yeah,
that,
love
Ethan
it.
Page.
Just
Yep. There's Lyra.
one arena I would like to go to, just to say I've been there for a WWE event.
Yep.
I
would
would
go
house show.
July 18th.
I would love to go. Unfortunately, I'm coming back from a trip like a week before that, and I would not have the ability to get down there in time.
I have. Well, we have Bubba's wedding that night too.
Mm-hmm.
But I would go, and I don't care if it's a hockey game as much as I don't like basketball. I would go to a Knicks game just to say that I've been to MSG.
OMD lies. He actually has a
Don't
poster
like
of Patrick
MSG in my Chinese
Ewing on his wall.
I used to.
Not me with like 2 or 3 Celtics jerseys in my closet.
But it was actually
And the
Patrick
Knicks are
Ewing
going
getting the
for
butted swatted away by the best big man ever to play the game, Shaquille O'Neal.
No, best big man to play the game, Muggsy Bogues. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Guys don't know ball.
And since
But,
it's on the commercial, what do you all think of the new scary movie coming out?
Don't care.
Not really.
Don't care.
No, not into horror movie stuff or parodies.
I was like, what's scary about that?
Well, I mean, like scary movie, like
Yeah.
Right now, I'm more terrified of Triple H's booking than I am a scary movie.
I can't stay awake through movies.
And I've been really, really nice over the direction of WWE lately. But this, how can you go out and say this is going to change the landscape? And I have, you changed it so bad that I'm questioning it right now.
Man, imagine being able to go to these places in Italy. That'd be crazy.
Right?
God, what
If Jacob Fatu doesn't win this title, I don't know what landscaping PLE.
That's the landscape changer I'm thinking of at this point. It's the only one left.
If Jacob doesn't win the title, then what have you truly done? Because you need the finality on that.
You need the Usos to turn on Roman. Zilla Fatu needs to show up. Jacob has to win the title. Roman Reigns will go back to the CFL, and then the landscape has changed.
And
Bronson Reed interferes to bring Jacob Fatu the title and introduce Jacob Fatu to the Vision.
Bronson Reed will steal his Nikes mid-spear.
Right?
Just make sure his shoes are taken. Gone. Mine. No.
The tribal combat. Well, I'm the tribal thief.
Jacob took your Ulafala, and I took your damn shoes.
Again.
Again. And you ain't ever getting them back. He's like, I'm going to turn them into dog food for somebody.
yeah, but what we need for everyone is to check out all of our advertisements right here at the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program.
The Turnbuckle Studios store is open for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the merch and represent the best from the shows you watch on a weekly basis. Multiple styles to choose from with over 10 products available. Don't get left out and pick up all your favorites today. Find us at turnbucklestudios.org.
A Turnbuckle affiliation program is looking for more people. If you have passion level for pro wrestling, sports, videos games, or something else, then Turnbuckle Studios is the place to be. If you have ever wanted to pursue content creation and want to join our team, then we would love to have you. Check out turnbucklestudios.org or contact us by email today because your future is now, and we want you to tap in.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. All times are in Eastern Time. Monday night we are on call as the Raw Patrol is on duty at 8 p.m. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Wednesday we play games with the PlayStation Showcase at 8 p.m. Thursdays let us power your dreams with the Xbox Showcase at 9 p.m. Friday we invite you to come for a ride with the SmackDown Security Detail at 8 p.m. The weekend brings you Saturday Night Gaming at 8 p.m. On Sunday, be sure to catch the Chris Parrish podcast at 12:15 p.m. And later in the day, the Locker Room presents Wrestling Recap Delivers at 7 p.m. Always be aware that weekend shows can vary in times, as the PLE Patrol and other watch party streams are always a must-see. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day and watch all of the latest episodes on turnbucklestudios.org/shows. And please do not forget to drop a like, follow, and to subscribe to all of our channels, and when the time is right, all you have to do is tap in.
And there is everything for you, ladies and gentlemen, at turnbucklestudios.org, your home for the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program. All the information on how to join us, everything from our shop, and our weekly calendar. So, all that said, hit up the website, join us, become a member. We need you. Turnbucklestudios.org, your home for the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program.
And a reminder for those who are watching Raw tomorrow, it's at 2 p.m. Still in Italy.
Yes,
Still
it
with
is.
Yes, but our Raw Patrol still going to be at 8 p.m. tomorrow night.
Yep. Crazy.
Bobby, thank you for saying that. We appreciate it.
Have you guys ever watched like a soccer game in like Spanish
Yes.
commentary?
Yes.
That means I have to watch a soccer game.
Fair.
I mean, we did used to have a channel here in our city called Teletino, which broadcasts Spanish soccer on the weekends.
True.
Yep. And it would always come on right after watching CMLL.
Yeah.
The day I was told that we were not getting fresh orange slices at halftime anymore, I said, I am not playing this game no more. I'm taking my talents to lacrosse.
Yeah, that's one thing. That's one thing. You get to like high school soccer. They're like, wait, no halftime snack, no like little thing. They're like, we need a halftime snack for them, like, because you need a little bit of electrolyte in between because you're burning out energy in the sun. Like that's like that. That's just science, my guy. That's not because we're not kids anymore. Like, get out of here. They're even talking about how it's kind of do or die for Jacob here. Like, what do you do if you can't do it tonight? Roman escaped with the title. Not
Yes.
retained. He escaped. If that turnbuckle pad does not come off, he doesn't hit that post. I don't think Jacob goes dizzy.
See, Jacob's a good guy. He cleans the camera after sweating all over it.
Cooking. He was cooking, and he's flying.
Really, really hope we see something big in this match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the question is over and under 3 people interfering in this match.
Over.
Over.
Well, over.
Now, if they're talking landscape shifting, are we maybe talking? And I know we've been saying this for a while, but just for fun and games, do we talk about the return of The Rock?
No.
No, nothing. No. Don't think of him backing Jacob. Jacob getting that backing from someone of higher of the bloodline, having that bit of family lineage to keep him going, and then that's what leads the Usos to, like you guys said, turning on Roman, and Roman losing everyone and being officially all alone and having to fight a man without a kingdom, essentially, or a king without a kingdom.
It's something we've seen before, but we did see the sort of the drawback. So I do see the Usos turning, but I also wonder if this is where you get a Bronson Reed coming back. And maybe you do keep the Usos with Roman, have Jacob join the Vision, because Bronson Reed has come in and cost Roman the title. And then I know Parrish is big on the idea of Zilla Fatu debuting.
Yeah. See, that was my other thought. It's like Zilla, he's another bloodline member that's kind of itching to get there, and he keeps saying like his end destination is always WWE. It's nowhere else.
Yep.
Well, like, imagine if, like, moving forward, you're going with Solo, Zilla, Jay, and Jimmy. Those are 4 Fatus.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it's time for the Fatu family to sit on top.
Right. Do you then break Tala and Tama away from Solo and align with Roman?
Yeah.
Well, here's the real question. Is Zilla Fatu really that needle mover? Because I don't think so.
He's someone that can add to a big enough presence to make it a needle mover.
Did
You know what I
we
mean? Like
actually
he's a
think
piece
Jacob
to a
Fatu
puzzle.
was?
I think what you would see with a guy like Zilla is really taking over what Solo was to Roman as that enforcer before branching out onto his own.
Did we really
Right,
think Jacob Fatu was a needle mover when he signed? Did we really think when he re-signed with WWE, Cody Rhodes was going to change the landscape of WWE the way he did?
Nope.
No.
But
I think the only guy that we knew that could have been that guy when he returned in the last few years was CM Punk.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But where I'm going with this is that the hardcores know who Zilla Fatu is, but the casuals don't. So I don't think Zilla is that needle mover.
Right.
There's a lot of
No,
guys
but
that
I
didn't
think
know who
that
Jacob
Zilla's
Fatu was, though.
Yeah, but they also slowly built Jacob to introduce us.
Yeah,
So,
they did the
like,
same with
I'm
Zilla.
saying in that initial moment, Zilla Fatu probably isn't going to be that big thing that happens.
Right. Speaking of CM Punk, we haven't seen him. We saw him once since WrestleMania. Is this the place for him to make his return if we get those turns and he comes back to align with Roman?
give Roman some help.
I'm going to even suggest this. Do we get what the Shield was initially supposed to be out of all of this, with them recruiting Seth Rollins to join to fight the war on two different fronts?
It's a possibility. So, like, I wonder if maybe like it turns into a Rollins scratches Roman's back this one time, and Roman's like, okay, I'll consider helping you out with a vision. And then when Logan Paul comes back after 5 months, it'll be.
Yeah.
Bronson's on his way back. Braun's here. Theory's fine for now. Hear that?
Yep.
All that good stuff. So, like, let's see if we can get Logan Paul back and see if you can run something like a big program, like a Vision versus a mismatch faction of Roman, Seth, CM Punk, and somebody else.
Yeah.
I'm also wondering if Jacob represents the fight against the bloodline. In the last 5 years, how many people fought against the bloodline and lost?
Lots.
Yeah.
What happens if this is one of those moments where it's the people that lost their fights against the bloodline help Jacob Fatu help destroy the bloodline?
Right. Would this be a place for, if he was able, Kevin Owens to come back?
Could be. Like, is it this is the last match? Yeah.
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 Hold on 1 second there, boys.
I'm looking at this as you need to deliver. And if, again, like I'm going back to Triple H, this is going to change the landscape. In what way? Because Roman winning another tribal chief / tribal combat / head of the table challenging match doesn't change the landscape. It
No.
reverses back to how the landscape was made.
All in all, I think that was just buzzwords that Triple H was using to get people hyped to watch the show.
He could have done it differently. Like, if that was the case,
I mean,
that was the dumbest thing he could say.
I mean, how many times have we heard the landscape is going to change? How many times have we heard it's a new era?
He's going to look like a fool the more times he opens his mouth and underdelivers, though. Like, just shut up and underdeliver. You'll get a lot less criticism. Or just shut your mouth and overdeliver. And you'll get that much more praise. It's not like Undertaker went out and said, this mask versus mask match is going to change the culture in Mexico as we know it.
Right.
I really want somebody on the internet to put a meme of Roman Reigns walking with the Family Guy left foot, right foot music.
Gets in the ring and punches his knee.
Well, that's how we are watching it sometimes, because it's like, hurry up. It's like you're making the Undertaker look like the fast forward button. Let's go.
I'm honestly surprised we didn't get Jacob Fatu jumping the intro.
Even Sheik moved faster to the ring at WrestleMania 17 for the gimmick battle royal.
Man, Andre would have walked it faster, and he had help with the mobile ring. And I think the reason why Jacob has not done anything is the respect for the tribal combat.
Yeah.
Because as Roman put out, he was obliged to say yes. As the tribal chief, he must accept all challenges for tribal combat.
So, per unofficial time, because of my stopwatch, from the time he showed up to the top of the ramp to the time he walked to the ring, took him 3 minutes.
Could have got all of our stuff in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Again.
As predicted, we were right.
Now, you mentioned the idea of pairing all of the Fatus together. Would it make sense to then maybe bring Rikishi in as a mouthpiece?
That's the one guy I wouldn't. Unless he's the one that put it together and all he said was, I did it for The Rock.
We've also seen in the past week Armando Alejandro Estrada come out and say somebody's got to keep Jacob under control. Could we see his potential return in this situation to manage Jacob?
Yeah, makes sense. That lineage also works. So, I mean, Armando, is he actually, he's not actually Samoan, right?
No.
And so then he's Paul Heyman adjacent, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he's Cuban.
Manager of Samoans.
Yeah.
He was the Paul Heyman before Paul Heyman.
Yes. One of the nicest guys you'll ever meet, though.
I've been told he's a super dude. Super guy.
Carl and I actually got to meet him a number of years ago at Kuwait. He came over and did an independent show there.
Nice.
And I walked up to him wearing my WrestleMania 23 varsity jacket. He's like, do you remember the main event of that night? I was like, Umaga versus Lashley. Because I was there. I was probably the biggest Umaga mark in the building.
I saw a Maga debut.
And just so you know, the Ula Fala is on the line in this matchup as well.
Okay.
Jacob just does not care. Nah.
No.
Oh. Chill out, cameraman.
But let's also remind ourselves that these type of venues are usually a hotbed of how we see debuting additions to the Samoan dynasty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it was Clash in Castle where Solo Sikoa
Yep.
made his debut alongside Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Yep. The crowd sounds to be behind Fatu.
And we get to that collar and elbow tie up.
Yeah, it was also Backlash in France where Tonga Loa debuted.
Yep.
So 7. Now I have to go for Roman. Its color choice was on par.
You know how badly I want to
Jacob.
order those new Bloodline 12s? Did you guys see those shoes?
No.
Yeah.
Just look up Bloodline 12s
Okay.
by Nike. Oh my god, they're so nice. Blacked out Air Force Ones, essentially. With like that new age Air Force look.
Okay.
Mixed with that like red pinstriping. And sorry, red stripe down the backside. With like a little bit of leather. Very, very nice. Very classy look.
Yeah, Roman's
Of course,
worn them on
jumping
TV at time. Roman's worn
think,
them on
yeah.
TV before.
Oh yeah, because he gets the first pair.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That was for him.
I think that was the first time I've ever seen Roman do a leapfrog.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, ever.
Wing.
I mean, I might have seen him do it in NXT.
Oh, he's done it before.
Yeah.
It's like usually like 9 months between matches for him, so that's why I
Right.
don't remember.
Yeah. Yeah, we still see Roman returning to Raw every 2 weeks.
I'm pretty sure the last time we saw him, Naomi said she was pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Got him.
Oh, sorry, that was Bianca the last time.
Yeah.
Next year at WrestleMania, it'll be Jade coming out to announce her pregnancy.
Isn't her husband's also a
It'll be Tamina.
What?
She'll make a return. Now she's pregnant. It's family business. Or Nia Jax.
God.
Anyways, Jacob was taking Roman on a tour of the barricade there, and now we're going into the audience.
One might
Kind of
say
want to
they're
see them.
Turin. The building.
I kind of want to see them fight up those stairs.
No,
The top of the stairs better be red.
Oh,
it's blue. Somebody failed the the mission.
yep. It's not even red. I haven't read.
My eye.
My eye.
It's Roman's version of my hole.
As Bubba Duke coming in saying
face.
Fatu, Fatu, Fatu. Bubba, good to see you. How you doing tonight, brother?
Is he working?
No, he probably not today, but
I figured Carl was working. Yeah.
Carl's probably sleeping because if he would have worked 7 to 7,
Oh.
That's true.
Say, Roman handed out some free snacks for everyone.
Roman brought enough to share with the class.
Mhm.
See, Roman, that's why I don't share food. Got distracted.
At least those stairs are red.
yeah.
There you go.
There's the Canadian section.
Yep. That's where
The
Bubba. That's where Bubba
international
really
audience.
is.
That one girl on the left, you guys see her? She was so excited that they walked by. She's like, "Yay!"
Hey, I'd have done the same thing if I was in that
100%.
crowd.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not judging. I just think that's funny the way that she just, she wasn't like a regular like yeah. She was like, "Yay!" Like a giddy. It was funny. Jacob's looking for something. He's looking for some whip on.
Well, there's no DQ, no count out in this one. But is there false count anywhere in this
No.
situation?
No, you have to be pinned in the ring.
Oh,
Okay.
it sucks. There's no Dairy Queen in this match.
Well, I mean, you could get gelato.
Italian ice.
Well,
Hell yeah.
No, we've
Hell
already
yeah.
established the Dairy Queen and Burger King of the ring qualifiers, or will be noticed in the post show.
Speaking of snacks, have y'all ever had the cornucopia popcorn locally here?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yep.
We
As
all
a
think-
non-local, yes, I've had it. It's delicious.
what did you
No,
have? Just
I have
regular?
not had it.
I don't know. Have you been here before? I don't know.
No.
No.
Then you go and try it this summer, probably. So all kinds of local stuff you can try here.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, Roman, slipping.
Do you have Slim Jims, or are they just reserved for tables?
They're just reserved for tables.
Oh, okay.
Dollar store and Max. But no, I bought the kind of a big dill. I like dill pickle stuff, so like it's not bad. But have you guys ever been to Colonel's?
No.
Yep.
I'm continuously looking for the Colonel.
It's a popcorn store. They just make popcorn. Just if you don't know, they like the stupid seasonings too that you buy. They make those too. For the most part, I think there's Orville Redenbacher does their own now, and then Clubhouse has theirs, and then they have theirs. But I went to one in Barrie when me and the wife were down there a number of years ago. Good
Jacob,
stuff.
what are you planning to do with them stairs there, bud?
He's going to set up something different here with these stairs and that table.
He's stepping up.
Get a little bit more height off the thing onto the table.
He's like, these are going to change the landscape of the WWE as we know it.
Right?
He's just rearranging the furniture at this point.
Making it harder for the crew after.
But like, I bought a bag. I'm not kidding. I bought a bag, like 2 feet tall, massive. It was like $20. You can get like cheddar dill, caramel corn with cheddar. You can get all kinds of crazy mixtures from them for $20 at the time. I think they're 25 now. But like, man, for the amount of popcorn that you get, it's actually not a bad deal. So when I go down to Ottawa this summer, I'm grabbing one.
Yeah.
Oh, Roman's got a hold of the stairs now.
Oh, chairs, stairs, Roman.
Oh.
Oh.
Shit.
He done. He
There's your sound
done. You know, we talked about all of the different people who could make an impact in this match. What about a guy who's got issues with both men in Drew McIntyre?
I mean, we haven't seen him on TV since Mania either, so. And
Yeah.
airmail,
Wait,
yeah.
Roman. Oh.
Well, Roman, if you felt that was an awkward way of doing it, maybe you shouldn't have thrown the stairs in that general direction.
Yeah.
Roman telling Jacob, use your head.
We can't. You just kicked him in it.
Right? After throwing stairs into it.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Just
messaging,
Windows
man.
XP refreshed him. God, give him a second to think.
Roman with those clubbing clotheslines right now. Now the crowd's chanting for Roman.
Well, yeah, the crowd's going to be back and forth all day.
Oh yeah.
That's what I love about.
Ouch.
That's what I love about these international crowds.
Oh, missed.
I thought Jacob was going to turn and hit the tongue and death grip.
So did I.
Oh man, Roman still go down. Oh, hey.
Roman waking Jacob up after those clotheslines.
See, it's funny. Earlier, you know how I was like, "Hey, there's like, WWE was a land of giants at one point, and now it's
Yeah.
not. And now it is again." Here's another giant I forgot to mention. And it's weird to think about. Like Roman's not even in the biggest category.
Yeah.
It's Roman Reigns. 6'4", 265, 70 pounds. Pretty
Yep.
big dude. But Randy's almost 300 pounds.
Yeah.
It's like Randy
Didn't
getting,
even mention Drew McIntyre either.
right? 287 in that ballpark.
And the man that Roman's wrestling right now, Jacob Fatu.
That's what I mean, right? Like, yeah. Talk about another monster. Somebody who just takes a beat and it just keeps getting back up.
Yeah. Like years ago, I would have loved for them to have had a super heavyweight title
Mm-hmm.
with the Big Show, Mark Henry, Taker, Kane. Who else was there? But you do that super heavyweight title.
Yeah.
For those guys. Yes, it's a smaller division, but you know what? You're still going to get some good, solid matches.
But even then, you can still call it a super heavyweight. But even then, like, so for this is gonna sound silly, but like, picture today's landscape. Oh, bounce.
I mean, if you can't have a super heavyweight division without Hardcore Holly in it.
True.
No, you can't have it without
Crash Holly.
Holly.
Crash Holly.
Yeah, they both called themselves the super heavyweights, though.
Well,
Yeah.
it's only Hardcore Holly's ego did.
Oh.
Whatever.
But like, what I think you could also do is you could also have like if you picture in today's landscape, somebody like Otis, super heavyweight, right?
Yeah.
But is he really super heavyweight? You know what I mean? Like very powerful, very strong, but can he do much else besides one big power slam?
Right.
Like so you can mix it up with him and doing something like him and Jacob Fatu, where they can try to bounce off each other and try to use his strength against this and against Jacob's strength. Oh,
Jacob just got knocked. Yeah, he got knocked silly on that one.
Flatlined. What's up? That was good.
Crowd is chanting, "This is awesome" right now.
Nope. What's Jacob getting right there?
Snack. He hungry. He's like, Slim Jim.
Need more gas, or else I'm going to be breaking.
Have some of that cornucopia shit you were talking about earlier. Got it all the way here in Turin, Italy.
What's Roman looking for now? Oh. No, he's going to leave the Samoan
the
cane
Colonel.
there.
Maybe I'm way off here, but is this the first televised event in Italy since Santino won the Intercontinental title?
No, they've done a Raw, I think. I think they've been.
Wait a second. Hold
Might
on.
be the first PLE.
Might be the first PLE, yeah. Oh!
Yeah.
Ouch! Can't do the tongue and disc if you have a broken hand.
Right?
Oh, I guess Roman kind of just said it with a little more adult language, but, you know, you guys get it.
Yeah.
We need Mauro and Allo on the show. This was a wasted opportunity. As the crowd chants Mamma Mia. Oh!
And then using that toolbox into the other hand.
He's making double sure that Jacob can't hit that Tongan death grip. But Jacob does have other tools in his arsenal that he can use to beat Roman.
Yes, he does.
Yep.
Roman positioning that table up in the corner.
Oh, here we go. And oh, what in 5 What? Oh my God!
What in the month of May was that?
What in the French toast bagel toast with butter with that? What is
And cheam
going on
creams.
here?
Don't forget the cheam creams on that bagel.
Cheam creams. Oh, speaking of cream cheese, look at his freaking mouth frothing at the bit over here. Oh. Oh.
Jacob just did not have enough momentum built up there and ate that Superman punch from Roman.
He took way too much time.
Yeah, he did.
Yep. A little too much leeway for the tribal chief to take control.
To be fair, Roman was already partially recovered when he rolled out of the ring, too.
No.
Like, he was already well aware of where Jacob was going.
Oh, poor security guards.
Yeah, those security guards are plants, 100%.
No, they're security guards.
Yeah,
I don't see any leaves growing out of them.
right.
There's no foliage here. The hell? He's in AEW now.
No, but Leaf Cassidy might still be around.
True.
Just on an Al Snowy day. You won't tell me on the dead pun wrestling references, man.
Yep.
And Jacob kicking out of the spear.
Oh, that's crazy.
Something tells me at this point, because of how long that table's been there, that table could very well be a part of the finish of the match.
Oh, yeah. Gotta get that Slim Jim revenue somehow.
Yep.
Given the way this night goes, that might not even be used.
Now, there's no needles moved, but there was barricades moved, boys.
Yep. Roman again yelling at Jacob, stay down. And once again, going back to expose that turnbuckle.
He's exposing another turnbuckle.
Yes, he is.
He doesn't care about anyone's safety here tonight.
I don't even know.
No protocols.
The
That's
turnbuckle
PG.
trifecta.
Now, the one thing I do got to hand WWE here is like I'm noticing a lot less ads on the ring.
Yep.
A lot less.
Yeah.
Back to WWE just being talking.
I mean, they could put a giant Turnbuckle Studios or
That'd be nice.
perhaps a W.GG with the code for TB Studios on there. Save
Yeah.
yourself some money at checkout. Or even that TAP logo. I'd take it. But
No, it's just the Scary Movie ad and then the Riyadh season ad in each corner, which I appreciate a lot more.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, the ring on Raw drives me absolutely insane with all the ads.
I haven't noticed it anymore, so
Yeah, it's like I wonder if like they maybe finally heard us. They were like, hey, maybe they don't like that many ads. It's really annoying. It really takes away from the match. I'm just trying to stare at. You want a good shot of someone getting a good pin or a good moonsault or something? All I see is Papa John's. What?
Yeah. I don't know why you're looking at Papa's John, but
what I am looking at is
Oh,
Jacob
Roman.
missing.
that will slim your gym in a heartbeat.
and that's worth the price of admission.
beautiful Samoan drop there.
Yeah.
And Jacob trips over Roman and
Whee!
connects with the moonsault.
POV, my kid going
Going to
anywhere.
Samoan drop. Well, just look at Jacob stepping over Roman. That Samoan drop pretty quick.
Oh, you got him right in the cojones. He got him in the cojones inadvertently, but advertently, you know what I mean?
Yeah, when he was trying to kick out.
Follows.
Yeah. All gas, no balls with it.
all nuts, no bolts.
My other favorite one that's kind of like that is I think that's the Big Show when he falls on the top rope and he's going against Roman and he goes, "Ah!" And even Roman has to go. Ouch. My face.
I think my favorite was when Kevin Owens was like punching the Usos at WrestleMania, and that man was like, "This is for your uncle."
Yeah.
This is for...
That's so good. Still
Oh no, that wasn't Kevin Owens. That was Bubba Ray Dudley back in the day. That was Bubba.
Oh yeah, well, sorry.
Oh, that was
But I wouldn't put it past Kevin Owens to do something like that
No,
too.
that's definitely something he would do. But I feel like he did do something like that with the Usos when they because he had Roman dead to rights so many times and stuff like that.
Oh, and
through the
Jacob
table.
just goes through the table.
That table exploded too, just disintegrated.
Yes, it did.
Bang.
Now, do we see that fourth turnbuckle get exposed?
Over under, real quick, parlay.
Well, Roman's looking for that super spear.
And Roman
In the 3
retains.
count.
Wow. They didn't do it.
The
It's
moment
interesting.
the moment they said the Ulafala was on the line, I was kind of like, okay, maybe Roman's winning this one.
Yeah. Yeesh.
Or is it possible that Jacob actually is hurt and they didn't book him to win this match?
That's kind of my thought, right? Is that like
Yeah.
he's actually hurt?
Are we going to wait until tomorrow night, or do we potentially see Jacob, if he can get up, acknowledge Roman now?
Well, if he's hurt and he needs like if you need something immediate, you do it tonight.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if he's hurt, but he just needs like a week or two off, like I don't see that changing the ending of this match or the decision.
No.
But this needs to be now the finality to this.
Yeah, at this point.
Roman Reigns with his left hand signaling a little squeeze on the thigh of Jacob Fatu. That's the nice little.
And now the Usos are
in the ring with the Ulafala.
Nope, tomorrow night.
Are they in
Roman,
this?
I'm watching you.
Are they in the same venue for Raw tomorrow?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And now Jacob to his feet, back down to a knee.
Solo.
There's the MFTs.
Oh, and Roman's saying they're next.
Well, we're right back to where we used to be 5 years ago.
Yep.
Sweet.
Jay calling, asking for Jacob to come with him.
Are they?
I understand what they're doing. The symbolism of having it look like Jacob is caught in the middle of one Samoan trio to another, but
It almost looked like Jay was kind of like being bossy on Jacob. Like they're gonna be treating him like he's low on the totem pole as far as the bloodline goes.
should be. He should be.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He lost twice. Jay had to do it when he lost twice to Roman.
Yeah.
Jimmy had it when he lost.
Yep.
Got to fall in line. That's what they said.
Well, I mean, and on top of that, I mean, think about it this way: it's just kind of the way it goes. Jay's the right hand man. It's been like that since Roman became the tribal chief in the first place.
Yep.
So for him to be as demanding as he is towards the new guy, oh yeah, this is getting the licks in.
Well, let's get our licks in of letting everybody know turnbucklestudios.org/host is the place to collect all of our socials. So if you want to follow us, that is the best way. It has everything. Not to mention, you click it, it goes straight to it. But guys, your final thoughts at Clash in Italy.
Solid show. For me, the match of the night goes to Rhea and Jade. I don't think there was a better match. We talked about shifting the needle. There was nothing that really changed. The only thing that I think you can look at really now long term is Cody and Gunther. So let's just go. You'll get more of my thoughts coming up at 7 p.m. tonight on the Wrestling Recap.
My match of the night actually is Brock and Oba. I really enjoyed like the two big men just beating the snot out of each other, and Brock just trying everything he can to try and take down Oba Femi. This was not in any way that was this the best show of the year, because it was just an okay show. But I think I kind of fault that to the fact that WWE booked 3 major events in the time span of 1 month, and that it always feels like one of those shows always takes a hit because of that, and it's sad to say that it was tonight's show.
Yeah, and I mean, kind of to add on to that, I mean, it was an okay show. Brock and Oba, big meaty men slap meat, as Biggie would say. That's kind of what we want to see in some wrestling matches, and especially with those two, that's exactly what we got, and that's exactly what we wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm interested now to see round 3. You know, I'm now more intrigued to see round 3 because of this match. So this match did something. It moved the match forward. I wouldn't say it moved any needle, but it definitely moved that feud forward. Trouble combat was good. It was what it needed to be. No interference, which was nice. Just letting them go at it and letting them kind of put it all on the line, seeing what happens. But now I'm also intrigued to see what a Jacob Fatu falling in line looks like.
Yeah.
Is he going to break out like Batista Evolution, or is he going to break out like what's his name there? I can't think of the guy. But anyways, he was in a tag team and he left. He was a bigger guy.
Shawn Michaels? Edge?
I guess you're Shawn Michaels or Edge because of the fact that they were the bigger character, right? You don't want to be the Marty Jannetty, right? I mean, yeah, you don't want to be that guy, but I mean, like a 3-man trio, all the same. But yeah, I mean, I'm really interested to see where most of these stories go. I would say they were all moved the matches forward, but yeah, like you guys were saying, it doesn't really move the full needle forward that it actually did anything in terms of changing the narrative of what the landscape looks like.
Here's your thoughts.
I was raised where if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. Simple MD. Say what you got to say and take us home.
All right. I was going to ask, does this move Jade now potentially over to Raw like we know she wants so that she can have the family time on Fridays? But, ladies and gentlemen, please always remember the world is better with you in it. From all of us here at Turnbuckle Studios and the PLE Patrol, to those of you out there wherever you are. Good night. Good luck. We out.
Patrol.